Coming up on today's show, we're going to react to the latest news and rumors surrounding Malik Beasley and the New York Knicks. And then we're going to finish the show talking about Guerschon Yabusele as he is having a great summer for Team France. Before we do, though, if you want to see the sharpshooter Malik Beasley sign with the New York Knicks, as reports are coming out that there is interest from the Knicks for that to happen, hit that thumbs up icon for me. This is New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports, and I am your host, Marshall Green. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. Reports are coming out, and they are doubling down on what we told you guys last Thursday, that the New York Knicks are interested in signing Malik Beasley. Beasley was involved in an investigation, reportedly was placing bets on NBA games, and according to ESPN, those are no longer going on, which means he is free to sign with the team, or I guess more so, teams may be interested in signing him at this point. The latest report comes from Michael Scotto of Hoops Hype. Shout out to him. Says the Knicks and Cavaliers have checked in on Malik Beasley, sources told Hoops Hype. Knicks executive Guerschon Yabusele signed Malik Beasley to a 4-year, $60 million deal with the Timberwolves a couple of seasons ago. The Knicks and Cavs have minimum deals to offer. Beasley is no longer a target of a federal investigation. So there we go. The Knicks and the Cavaliers are both interested in one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA. That coming from Hoops Hype. Now Jake Fisher, NBA insider, saying the Knicks are interested in Malik Beasley after he was cleared of gambling accusations. The place we first heard about this was Ian Begley, so shout out to him. We've now heard Begley, Stephen Bondy, Jake Fisher, Michael Scotto, as well as others saying the Knicks are interested. And honestly, I think there is a lot of interest from the Knicks. And we were also hearing there's interest from the Cleveland Cavaliers. And even if you don't think Beasley's a good person, a good player, a good fit on this roster, I would rather have him on the team than him go to the Knicks' biggest threat in the East, the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavaliers are an extremely talented roster. I thought they won the NBA trade deadline last year after they added DeAndre Hunter, a player that I have always been a big fan of. If they are able to add Beasley to provide scoring off the bench, which they kind of lost with Ty Jerome leaving in free agency, that could really help them try to get to the Eastern Conference Finals and potentially the NBA Finals. I want to go back to this tweet from Ian Begley, kind of just explaining everything, saying the Knicks are among teams that had done background work on Beasley's situation. How likely or unlikely a suspension is this year for the free agent. ESPN reports that Beasley is no longer a target of federal gambling investigations. The New York Knicks currently have a veteran minimum to offer free agents. So how likely is it going to happen? I don't know. Begley says this, though. I would assume Beasley garners strong interest from teams with more money to offer than the Knicks. Keith Smith notes that Detroit can offer Beasley $7.2 million this year. Some other teams still have some of or all of the taxpayer mid-level exception. The Pistons did anticipate giving Beasley a 3-year, $42 million deal before the reports came out. And Beasley hasn't been arrested or charged with anything to date. At this point, the Knicks are going to need Beasley to take a pay cut if he wants to come join this team, or if the Knicks want him to come join this team. Maybe there's another team out there that's willing to offer him more money, but that's kind of a question mark at this point. Who knows if a suspension is coming from Adam Silver? Who knows if these investigations pick back up? Like, there are so many just things in the balance that could maybe hold a team back from wanting to spend big-time money on him. For the Knicks, it is a low-risk, high-reward. You're offering the veteran a minimum, and you're potentially getting one of the best shooters in the NBA. He was a major piece of that Detroit Pistons offense that went from one of the worst in the NBA to one of the best in the NBA this past year. He gets up a lot of threes, and he makes a lot of threes. This past year, connecting on almost 42% of his threes for the Pistons on almost 9.5 attempts per night. He's got a little Dante DiVincenzo in him where he can shoot threes, but also he can stretch the floor even more so, where he could pull up from deep, like beyond the three-point arc. And that's just going to open up more opportunities for Brunson, more opportunities for Karl Anthony-Towns. And if you want to lean into a 5-out offense and be one of the best offenses in the NBA, Malik Beasley can help you get there. This past year, he shot 43.1% on catch and shoot threes. It's one of the best numbers in the NBA. And playing alongside Brunson and Cat and the rest of the Knicks, he's going to get a lot of those opportunities. The percentages weren't all that great for him in the playoffs against the Knicks, but it felt like he hit big shot after big shot after big shot. And in that game 6, he was on fire in that fourth quarter. Shout out to him, though, for dropping that pass. Maybe he had some money on his over-under in that game. The Knicks can potentially offer a starting spot. There are other teams out there that may be in contention, that maybe want Beasley to come join their squad, but the Knicks could say, hey, we may not be able to give you the most money, but we'll give you an opportunity to bet on yourself, LOL, come up your value here, and show the league that this time next year you do deserve to get a big payday. And if this team wants to win with offense, if they want to go all in on that side of the floor, I don't actually mind starting Malik Beasley. And you go Brunson, Beasley, Bridges, Anunoby, and Towns. And you can't double anybody. Because if you do, a shooter is going to be open somewhere on the floor. And even if you don't want this to be the starting 5, you could still try to pitch to him that this is a lineup that we want to play a lot. And this is a lineup that we potentially want to go to close out fourth quarters. Like if you're trying to come from behind, Beasley alongside the core 4 can make you one of the best offenses in the NBA. It would be beautiful. Like having Bridges in one corner, Beasley in another, Anunoby floating all over the core, and running that pick and roll, pick and pop with Karl Anthony-Towns. That would take this offense to another level. The Knicks were middle of the pack when it came to three-point percentages last year. They were 10th in the postseason out of 16 teams. That is an area that the New York Knicks have to improve upon. And I understand the defense probably wouldn't be as great. Some chatter about Mitchell Robinson being in the starting lineup. But you would look like that Kentucky Wildcat team from 2013, 2014 running a platoon-style system where you have Miles McBride and you have Jordan Clarkson and Josh Hart and Yabusele and Mitchell Robinson coming off the bench. Like, you would legit be 10 deep. Now, do the Knicks want to go 10 deep? Do they want to play 10 people every single night? Maybe Clarkson doesn't play every night, or maybe McBride doesn't play every night. Maybe Yabusele doesn't play every night, or Robinson doesn't play in back-to-backs. That's kind of my reason for not wanting to start him. I don't think he should play in back-to-backs. I think that he should be someone that they are trying to load manage almost, and being able to start Beasley lets you do that. You would have the deepest team in the NBA. Legit 10 deep of NBA players. And some other reasons that I think Beasley should choose the Knicks, you're a playoff team. Like, you're going to have an opportunity to play a lot of minutes, be an impact player, and be on a winning organization. And we see when these players go to a winning team, they enter free agency next year, your ability to affect winning is only going to drive your price up in the NBA free agency market. Also, 34 national TV games. Like, if you want to have a year where you're trying to up your value, get back in a spot where people can trust you and see you play. Playing on national TV 34 out of 82 times is going to help you do that, and there's a legit chance for playing time here. Maybe it's a starting lineup role. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's 18 minutes per game instead of starting. There is a shot for Beasley to be a heavy minutes getter in this rotation, and I think it makes a lot of sense. Now, if a team out there is offering you $7 million, sure. But if you're deciding between veteran and minimum deals from other teams, and maybe the NBA says, hey, no team's going to offer you more than a veteran minimum deal, I think the Knicks are one that could stick out a little bit as a good opportunity for him to kind of rehab his value, as he's going to want to get paid sooner rather than later. If the Knicks do make a move and they sign Beasley, or they fill that 14th roster spot elsewhere, we're going to get you guys a video as soon as possible. So go down right now, hit that subscribe button, and turn on those notifications. Coming up next, we got to talk about Guerschon Yabusele. He is dominating for Team France. He is now the captain of Team France in some of these EuroBasket friendly games. But this hoodie right here, it's on sale. Chatsports.com/NYK hoodie. Summer's essentially over. Hoodie season's around the corner. And this one, and the beautiful Knicks orange, it is majorly on sale. It was $65. Now it's $27. So get your hoodie today. Chatsports.com/NYK hoodie. Shout out to the Strickland for this tweet. Guerschon Yabusele and France's EuroBasket preparation win over Giannis Antetokounmpo and Greece. 14 points, 3 assists, 2 steals, perfect from beyond the arc at 3 for 3, and he shot 4 of 5 from the field. Yabu is now the captain of the French squad, and they are 5-0 heading into the EuroBasket. He has been a major part of their success, and I'm looking for him to be a major part of the New York Knicks this year. I thought he looked a little bit slimmer in some of the highlights and clips that I've seen from Team France. The conditioning was one thing that I worried about going from the Sixers to the Knicks. Definitely needed to maybe shed 5-10 pounds, but he looks good in the EuroBaskets, man. He looks slim. He looks explosive. He looks confident. The jumper looks a little bit quicker. It looks better as well. And at 29 years old, I still think he has a lot to offer to the Knicks. And he talked about why he joined the Knicks, and it was awesome, saying about him, when they go on the court together, it's like they try to kill the other team. So for me, it was just natural because I wanted to be a part of this. So to be able to go there and be a part of this is just something special. Chills. Like, Yabusele took a discount to come here, took less than the taxpayer mid-level exception. That's awesome. And I believe that he's going to help this team a little bit more than some originally anticipated when he signed that deal. He was good for the Sixers last year. A lot of bad basketball being played in Philadelphia, but when he was asked to carry the team offensively, he was able to do so. Like, Embiid didn't play at all last year. Maxey was hurt. Paul George was hurt. They needed an offensive engine, and Yabusele, he was able to be that guy, averaging 11 points per game, shooting better than 50% from the field and 38% from downtown. If he's able to knock down the long ball at that clip this year on this team, that's going to take this team's offensive ceiling to another level. Like, bench scoring has always been a problem for the Knicks, especially since they have started this Jalen Brunson era. But you have a couple of guys that can go get you 15, 20 any single night. McBride could do that. Clarkson could do that. Hart can do that. Yabusele can do that. Like, this team has a lot of different guys that they can look to on any given night to say, hey, we need you to go score a little bit more than we did the prior night. And I think there's a chance for Yabusele, if he continues to progress and get better, that he could potentially be in the conversation for Sixth Man of the Year. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate you for making it to the end of today's video. If you did, hit that thumbs up icon and give me a follow on social media at @MarshallGreen_.